Hey, and welcome back to episode 7 of World of Horror. I hope you're doing well. We're going to get started with the next mystery. I think I'm going to go with the... I'm going to go with the eels. Eerie episode of Evolving Eels. While returning to your home, someone suddenly bumps into you. Did you know? Turn around. It's your friend living in the same apartment complex, Kana. That weird dude is back. You know, the one from the one that studies fish. You shrug, opening the door. Kana follows you and immediately enters the kitchen. A while later, she returns with 2 cans of soda. Because we're like under 21, so we can't have, you know, the alcohol yet in Japan. It's 21. Or, no, it's 20. Never mind. What am I talking about? Yeah, it's 20. But, you know, if we weren't in Japan, in the United States, it'd be like 21. Aren't you curious about what weird fish did he bring this time? She grins. Investigate this mystery. You know, I forgot to read these stuff up here again last time. I apologize for that. Kana, I saw the creepy neighbor carrying some jars inside his apartment. I wonder what weird fish did he find this time, which was literally what she just said. Will you check it out? He will surely recognize me if I try to do it myself. Please. So we're going to go to the school or the seaside. Putting your hand in that hole was a bad idea. Seeing the big spider escape, you hope it wasn't poisonous plus 1 injury. I'm going to see, can I treat it with a bandage? It's one of those, so what it is if you don't treat it, after several turns, it will become infected and like cause problems. But the spider, all the stuff to deal with spiders are specific to this old god. So brace yourself. Okay, strength failure check. The blizzard chills you and the bone disappears as quickly as it began, -2 stamina. You may be going crazy, but you swear something is watching you from the sea. -1 reason. So we're gonna go investigate the apartment complex. Wandering through an empty corridor, you find an old vending machine. You don't recognize the brands of soda inside, but you really could use a drink. We're going to go for the most expensive one because the cheapest one can give you an injury. And usually the most expensive one just gives you like -1 money. The taste seems a little odd, but you enjoy the drink anyway. Dude's working at school, right? We could break into his office. What do you mean we shouldn't? It may be empty because he's just came back from his classes beginning next week. Oh, because he just came back and his classes begin next week. So basically we're going to go break into the school because he's not there. You enter the school bathroom to wash your face with cold water. A sudden noise behind you stops you in your tracks. One of the tallest doors has opened on its own. If you close the door, it's an encounter. If you escape, you lose reason. I don't have a weapon. We're going to close the door. You walk to the door and try to close it, but something is blocking it. When you look up, there's a ghostly pale hand holding the door. You back off the toilet. You back off from the toilet as the door slowly opens. A girl in a tattered uniform is standing there, her head twisted unnaturally as she makes a roaring, rattling noise. A door behind you slams shut. We got the toilet ghost. We can either try to do the ritual again, once again throw money at the problem, or try and do 2 damage. I'm going to throw some money and kick, and then I'm going to do like the severing kicks. Who knew that you could just, you know, like kick a ghost? We get corpse dust. And what the corpse dust is if you use it, you get 20 experience, but you lose 2 luck. I usually just sell it because I don't know what my stat is for luck or where to find it. And, you know, luck can really make or break some playthroughs sometimes. So the neighbor's office at school is empty. You do find a few jars, all filled with weird eel-like fish. Despite your protest, Kana decides to take one home, because that's a great idea. Have you ever seen an eel like this? It's so freaky. Don't you have a feeling it's watching us? How can she sip her soda so calmly, staring at this creepy creature? How can you just sit there and eat pizza? Anyway, not wanting to wait for an elevator, you decide to take the use stairs. You suddenly trip and grab the railing at the last second. When you get up, you inspect what caused you to trip. You freeze in terror. It's slowly standing up. It's the twisted corpse. So, like, so far, we've had 3 ghosts. I need to try and get a weapon. I've gotten kind of lucky that I haven't gotten an injury yet. So I'm going to go to the shop and try to get the steak knife. Dexterity is not the best stat we have, but I don't know if there's like a charisma weapon. And then I don't really have enough money to see about getting anything else. Once we level up, we're going to get some more reason. Kana, I've seen him burn some notes behind our apartment building. Let's go check it out. Is the eel even alive? As you prepare a bath, you think about all the possible leads so far. You're very tired, so maybe ice cold water is a good idea. So cold bath can either give you more experience or cost you 2 stamina, and hot bath will just give you more doom. So we're going to go for it. Okay. Strength check failure. Your body clearly wasn't prepared for the cold water, and you can feel a cold coming on. -2 stamina. Kana was right. Someone tried to burn some papers. They must have been in a hurry because some of the papers still look salvageable. You both return to your apartment to try to decipher the notes. Legend from the prefecture Eels tells of a small village of robbers who would kill all villagers and dump their corpses into the lake full of eels. Apologize for that. Eels of the prefecture would lay their eggs inside human. Somebody needs to see if they can call the hitcher. That's so weird. Our neighbor really was into eels, it seems. You begin to wonder if spying on your neighbor was a good idea to begin with. A woman jumps out of the apartment covered in gore. Between sobs, she tries to explain what happened. She was taking a shower when suddenly the shower head started spraying blood. A trail of blood leads to the dark apartment. I usually calm her down because you can either get some reason or lose some reason, but let's check it out. Okay, knowledge check. You don't enter the bathroom. Instead, you go straight to the building's boiler room. One pipe coming from the ground looks like it was welded to the central system recently. Where does it lead? +5 experience. There must be something more we can learn. I'll try to break into his apartment tomorrow morning. I wonder what he's hiding in there. You shrug nonchalantly. You just wish that you could throw this damn jar in the trash. You're gonna be careful going to the seaside because the threat level is max, and we're probably gonna run into an enemy. Okay, we didn't. The ocean is hungry. You're stopped by a person with a knife. They looked incredibly sad. It wants me, but I'm afraid I'm too much of a coward to do it myself. Can you help me? So, talk them out of it. Let them kill themselves, or fast hands perk. I don't even remember which one has the fast hands perk, but we're going to try and talk them out of it. Success. After a long conversation, they hand you the knife and thank you. We're going to resolve it. So the ritual dagger has one more damage. It's a little slower, and the chance of hitting it is like not so great, or like it's 10% less. It's knowledge based, but the benefit of it is a small chance of recovering reason after defeating an enemy. So we're going to go ahead and equip that. Thinking about how stupid it is of Kana to try and break into your neighbor's apartment, you go to sleep. I'm going to rest one. So we're going to go to the school and investigate. Oh, yeah. Where is she? Like, don't know where she is. Where is she? That's what that said. Okay. You enter the art workshop. The room is cluttered with half-finished sculptures of a bizarre mask hanging from the wall. One sculpture strikes you eerily realistic. I'm going to check the masks. If you check the sculpture, it's an enemy encounter. Ooh, the funny mask. This is great. So... if you equip this mask, you can either get 1 stamina or 1 reasoning at the beginning of every combat encounter, which makes this a really nice thing to have. One mask looks similar to the design you once saw in an occult book. You decide to take it with you. Alright. Kana's been missing since yesterday. You decide to check the neighbor's apartment yourself. You cautiously enter your neighbor's kitchen. You are shocked to see countless jars filled with eels and flailing and restless. Where the hell is Kana? Don't go in the bathroom. If you go into the bathroom, you're going to lose like stamina and reason. Should I show it? Yeah, I'll show it. So it's like the swollen body of your neighbor is rotting away inside the putrid, murky water. Both his eyes are missing, with countless tiny blood trails that lead from them in all directions. And you go in here. I found the neighbor, but when his eye burst, I slipped on the blood and lost consciousness. I'm afraid there's something in my own eye now, too. So you've got 2 options. Go to the hospital or puncture her eye now. -3 reason. I'm going to puncture her eye. I'm going to give you a warning right now. If it's something that's going to cause you some duress, just wait a few seconds. So I'm going to do it right now. And she had little eels in her eyes, in her eye too. It's a shocked. You see countless tiny eels crawling out of your friend's eye in all directions. Will Kana even survive the blood loss? You rush to the hospital with Kana, getting a lot of attention from horrified people. Your friend is taken immediately to the operating theater, and you collapse on the chair in the waiting room. Fall asleep. Wake up, dude. You've been asleep for over 3 hours. You groggily open your eyes to see your friend. Kana is wearing an eye patch. Not so pretty anymore, eh? I couldn't exactly tell the doctor the truth about what happened, and I'm pretty sure I won't be winking with my left eye anytime soon. But thank you for saving my life. And that's it. That's the end of it. So if you choose the other option, she dies. If you don't choose the other option and you sacrifice 3 reason, you get a new party member, and it's Kana. Friendly neighbor, important, receives -1 damage from attacks during combat encounters. And she just smiles faintly. So basically, you take less damage in combat. But she's the only person that you can't like tell them to leave. You're still processing the events of the previous night. Corpse-eating eels that lay their eggs in eyes? Sitting with your friend Kana before your apartment building, you watch the police officers empty all of your neighbor's place. Got ending A. The reward, we got 30 experience plus 15 for thorough investigating, which means that, we did the extra thing. We didn't get any stamina or reason back because of the ending we chose, but we did get an ally, -2 doom. Roads leading out of the town are closed by police. You have to find another way out, which means that, going to certain places take more time or cost more doom or something like that. Isn't that what that means? So far we have surgery cost more, investigating places located out of the city, village, mansion, forest cost more doom. Okay. We could probably do another investigation. Like I said in one of the previous episodes, we're going to get our reason back. Like I said in one of the previous episodes, once we've been through a lot of these and seen a lot of these, it'll go faster. Occult signs. Extra fun gained for completing a mystery. We're going to go with that one. It was a signed contract. So, Botanist, Crimson Cape, Fear Festival. Let's go to the Fear Festival. Why not? Far out fable of a Fear Festival. Your aunt has sent you a letter inviting you to a curious sounding festival. It's held every 27 years in a small village. Oh, I skipped the rest of that. I'm sorry about that. Basically, it was like, it's weird. You've never heard of it. You know what? Let me just Google, see if I can quickly Google and find that. You know, let me actually do it on my phone. Quickly Google and see if I can find the intro to that, because I want to read that. World of Horror. Fear Festival. Intro. Story. Okay. Your aunt had sent you a letter inviting you for a curious sounding festival that's held every 27 years in a village. You don't like the sound of it, but your parents both agree you need to break from all the stress. Inside the letter, there's a bus ticket. What's the worst thing that could happen? What's the worst thing that can happen? You ask yourself as you board the bus. Okay. So that was what I accidentally skipped. Just when you thought your stomach couldn't handle it anymore, the janky old bus stops at its destination. You get up and take a deep breath before looking around. It's a small village, and the nearby fields are surrounded by a thick forest. Someone is waiting for you. Explore the weird village. Just when you thought your stomach couldn't... Oh, I already did that. A fat man wearing a dusty overalls approaches you. It's the inn owner who promised to pick you up. Following close behind him, your eyes are drawn to his hands, which are so deformed they resemble claws more than hands. Continue. Okay, and then we got two options. We can investigate the forest or we can go to the inn. I'm going to go to the inn. The inn's room is dusty. Like, it hasn't been seen by visitors in years. You wonder if anyone's cleaned it since the last festival 27 years ago. There's a folder of available activities lying on the table. We're going to look over here. Boop. We're going to check out this painting. And, oh no, my God. You freeze in terror as something on the painting moves. There's a hole in it. You are being spied on by the nearby room. Resolve the incident. So that was a free, achievement. So now we can check out staff only area. I'm going to relax a bit first, and then we're going to check it out. Worried and furious about the hole in the wall, you enter the inn from the back, trying to find the room that connects to yours. Thinking you've finally found it, you enter and scream as the pervert innkeeper's there. He gives you +1 doom, so we're just going to attack. Even if they give you doom and they don't take away stamina or reason, they can still give you a status effect. We're going to pick that up, and we got the Kurokosawa mask. If I had So there is another item called the ritual robes. There's an achievement if you get the ritual robes and do this by the end of the festival. I don't know if we can get them here. I'm going to just sell that. So we're at the festival, so we can ask for friends, buy souvenirs, or enjoy the festival. But it says there's still some time before the festival starts. The locals are seemingly busy setting up stands and decorating the place. A few stands are already open, but you can't shake off feeling that something is wrong. It's getting late. And our homeboy Slice here, the dog, is here. So he's got the happy coat, +1 luck. Lucky jewel earrings, which, same deal, 2 luck. Prayer beads, spiritual actions are faster. Bottled milk, plus stamina. I'm going to get the lucky earrings. I guess I couldn't afford the lucky earrings, never mind. So we can investigate the village. We'll go ahead and investigate the village. An old man stops you and invites you into his house. You follow reluctantly, only to be amazed by the number of dusty old sorcery books inside. I can teach you a thing or two about magic, he says. Don't worry about payment. I'm sure we'll work it out in the future. Except... Okay, so luck check was good. He could just waste your time and cost you more doom. But among the nonsensical stories that the old man told you, you've caught one thing that could be the truth. +1 spell, Book of Gore. So you get +1 or +3 reason and stamina, but it adds 1 injury. That's not the worst thing that can happen. That's actually not terrible, especially if you unlock a specific place you can go to later in the game and one of the at the school. Then that's really not bad. Going back to the inn, you overhear 2 masked villagers. They are talking about something awakening at the next dawn. You wonder what's up with that. It's not safe here. Going back to the inn, you overhear... Yeah, you overhear that. You wonder what's up with that. You decide to block the entrance to your room with a nightstand. Fear Festival ends tomorrow. You can't be too careful. We're going to investigate the woods. See if we can find the Blair Witch. Walking through a tree nursery, you suddenly stop. Something feels off. Isn't it too early for the leaves to change their color? Before you can continue your investigation, someone grabs your leg. Oh no, it's the bark woman. We can't run away, gotta fight, because that's the conditions. She does -1 to all. Luckily, we're doing pretty good. Let's check out the festival. Got anything good for us, buddy? Plus reason, holy candles. That might actually not be bad. +1 luck, and if you need to use it, you can use it for 2 reason. And you actually, there's an achievement that is called like Junior Priest, if I remember correctly, and it requires you to purify 3 locations. These are what you use. You just have them in your item and it gives you extra. We're going to do that. We're going to go ahead and grab that. It gives you an extra option at those locations. We'll probably run into maybe 1 or 2 of them. So let's see. Is that blood? Where is everybody? Trail of blood and sickly sweet smelling sludge leads to the outskirts of the village. Somewhere in the dark forest, there's an answer waiting for you. This episode's running a little long, but we're going to go ahead and finish this out. Dark forces are scheming against you. You don't know who you can trust anymore. +1 curse. Oh. I'm going to toss it. I'll lose 3 reason, but I'll get I won't be negative numbers of experience. That's actually not the worst thing that could happen. If I had a flashlight here, this would be... I could possibly get a spell, I think. Sudden storm forces you to find shelter in a nearby cave. Looking around, you discover strange markings on the cave walls. Try to decipher them. Oh, cool. Knowledge check successful. You recognize the strange symbols and connect them to a horror plaguing your town. 5 experience. If you have the flashlight, I believe you get a spell. The trees overhead are blocking the sunlight. You begin to feel gloomy. -2 reason. I always thought this guy kind of looked like George Carlin. Anyway, feeling like you are on the brink of losing your mind, decide to visit your parents' old friend, Father Yasugi. Hey, kiddo, says the priest who's currently moving some boxes in and out of the church building. Could you lend me a hand here? Lift the heaviest box. Costs stamina, but you get reason back. Don't overwork yourself. You get reason back, but it costs doom. So I'm going to cast stamina because my doom's starting to get pretty high. Lifting the box, you feel your back cracking, but you manage to get it all over with relatively quickly. Afterwards, Father Yasuki invites you inside for a cup of hot tea and home-baked cookies made by one of his parishioners. You explain the situation to him. The priest listens, letting you vent all of your doubts and anxiety. +3 reason, -1 stamina. Sunrise, an abandoned factory. This must be the place they took everyone. The sun is slowly rising. As you get closer to the abandoned industrial building, cautiously entering the factory, you can't help but notice the forest has become totally silent. You are not the only one trying to stop the ritual and save your friends. Special forces have raided the occult hideout, arresting the suspects. Led outside, the handcuffed cult leader suddenly stops. You're too late, they say in a raspy voice, which my voice was not raspy, but our Lord is free once more. -2 stamina. So that's ending B. One of the endings is in the timeline B, and the other one you get from just like ignoring everything and just investigating the forest to get there as fast as possible. Later that day, after the interrogations, the detectives let you go free. Festival guests are still missing to this day. You board the old bus wondering what exactly happened out there. We got, the ritual, the beginning, the being once more. I'm not sure exactly what that does. +30 experience. We lost doom out of that, so the meter went down a little bit. Time passed 1 day, and the contract. This will make a great story. The water level suddenly increase, or is our city slowly sinking? So what that does is it means that like you have a chance of like when you go to the seaside of getting a status effect. But I'm going to call it here. I appreciate you watching. If you made it to this point in the video, I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye.